Today's tutorial shows you how to make beaded rope bracelet, and here we are using the African Helix. The bracelet is very flexible and you can create many looks using different beads. So keep watching if you want to know how to bead it. So for our African Helix rope, we need only 11 O's in 2 colors we are going to use today. After you learn the technique, you can improvise and create your own look of the Helix. We start our first row with a circle of 4 beads. And we go around again to reinforce. And here I would actually make a knot. The first row of our African Helix is made out of 4 seed beads. I move the thread through out of one of the seed beads, and we pick up 2 seed beads, 1 color, and 3 the other color. The color that you use for 2 beads will be inside the helix. The one will swirl outside the rope. And then we position our needle in between the next beads. So bead number 2 and 3 go under the thread, slide, then here we catch the thread, and this is how we have our first loop. This method that I'm showing you makes the rope easier to control, because there is actually no knot. It's just this going under the next 2 beads, so bead 3 and 4, slide it here where the needle ends, I catch it, and this is how the next loop falls in place. And now let's try with the last. Let's make. So here we had bead 1, 2, 3, 4, and here we have the last loop in between bead 4 and 1, where we are going to have our, so the usual sequence: place the needle under the thread between this slide, and here we catch the thread. You kind of hear a click of the thread in between the beads, and here we are. Here we have our first 3 loops. Now we continue with picking up 2 seed beads, then the 3 in the red color, and now we place our needle in between, on the next loop, in between the colored beads, so between beads 2 and 3, and again we slide and catch the thread in between those beads. Pick up 2 beads and then 3 in red. We rotate, we have the next loop, go in between the beads, hold like this, make sure at all time that the thread is really pulled tight, and then we rotate. 2 and 3, not 4, just 3, in between, catch the thread and then pull the thread. After a few rows of loops, we will start getting the tubular shape. Okay, here we catch, hold in between the fingers or even with the nail if you can, and you can see that we already have a cupped shape. And now we just continue for the length we need. You can make, using this helix, both. So here I recommend that you keep it like this. Okay, so when the tubular form starts to form, I start to actually squeeze to make sure that I can control the loops. So 1, 2, 3, and here go under, catch, and pull the thread. Rotate, squeeze, I hold this tight by holding the thread in between the fingers, and now I position under, and here we have the helix. I will work a few rows off the camera and I will come back. And when we work, because we squeeze, all the loops will be fully extended. But just for you to know that after you have some length of the rope, you can actually kind of put them back, push them back, and the helix will get this 3D shape. Let's see. So this you can do it just by releasing the tension, and the rope will come to this shape by nature. Let's see how we finish this rope when we are at the end of the length we need. We go back through the last 3 seed beads that we have added. And we can consider this bead like one. Then we go through the next red bead 2, then the next red bead 3, and here we need another one, and the 4th we take it from here. And now we just go back again through these 4 beads that we have just picked up. And we can start creating the clasp. And for the clasp, if you want to use the usual lobster clasp, we just create a half clasp the way we usually do by using split ring. So we pick up 1, 2, 3 seed beads and the ring, and we go through the opposite seed bead in this circle of 4 and just going back and forth. And here we make sure that we go back through the seed bead from the opposite direction, so the thread is not wonky. So this is the way we attach the half clasp, and then when we need it, we just attach a lobster clasp using a jump ring, and we do the same way around the base circle of 4 that we have started our helix on. So this is the result that you get. As we were saying, the 2 colors go inside and the red colors, so the 3 come around, so this can allow you a lot of design ideas playing with the colors. Here I want to show you another version of our African helix. You won't believe, but this bracelet is made exactly with the same stitch like this one. The only difference is that instead of the 2 seed beads at the beginning, so you know the sequence 2 1 color 3 1 color, so instead of the 2 1 color I have picked up a 4mm fire polish, and when is the time to connect the loop to the previous one, the threads in this case falls between the fire polish and the first seed bead from the cluster of 3. And this is sparkly, beautiful, and is looking precious. So you can see that if you play with the colors of beads, like here, considering that inside you will have a different color, or with the type of beads, you can have some very nice designs. And obviously they go for necklace as well. And because the rope is quite strong, you can have a beautiful, big, large focal point as a pendant when you use this rope. Thank you for watching. I hope you like this stitch. It's very lovely and flexible and very pleasant when worn, and is also quite fast to make. Thank you for watching again. See you with our next tutorial. Ciao ciao.